Welcome to the jungle. I'm coming. Here I am. Dancing like an hurricane. Wow. I'm cold again. I burned myself. What a sweet day. What a sweet and lovely day. I hope, I wish that you also enjoyed your day. I did. It was amazing. I was at work, then I did gym, I did active recovery, think. I have active recovery day today, tomorrow rest. I've noticed like one thing because I have the training plan. I did it with AI. To be specific, ChatGPT. And I do not pay monthly anything. I use the free version, but every day you have a free version. I don't know which exactly type, but the better one, because then you're getting worse. So I always, if I have something important like the training plan, I try to use the better version. We have a few questions there. So I made it with my kind of knowledge. So I get a new one, and I mean yesterday I made new plan, but I was what I'm going to say is still about the old plan. I had like a training for 2 days, legs, yeah, basically hit training or sprint and lower body, and then active recovery, and then again 2 and active recovery, and I was doing this 2 1 2 1 2 1. At one point I'm so tired. At one point I don't know actually if I'm so tired because of this, but I guess. And then I looked properly on the plan, what I had old plan from the AI, and there is 2 1 active recovery or rest, and then again 2 and active recovery or rest, and the second day rest, so the 7th day. Yeah, so you have like 2 1 2 2 basically. Yeah, and I never did it. I always go like so much. So, and I feel like, guys, lately, like I don't know, the last 2 3 weeks, like 2 weeks I go to gym, and it's like you don't have this power, you know, like wow, you are pumped and like let's go, let's destroy myself, and you don't do it. I don't do it. I'm like, ooh, I'm happy that I survived. So sleep is also not the best, but this is because of, I guess, the food too. I don't have any diet, but I just eat low carb kinda. I end up being on keto, but then I again ate some little carbs, so like, but I'm like low carb. I feel like I love it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And when I had 2 days, whatever happened, the gym was closed because there was some reconstruction going on for 2 days. And after 2 days, I came in the gym, and I was like, I had just energy. I had energy. I had strength, and I feel like that's it. Yeah, it's like you cannot do it like if you go every day to the gym. I mean, you can go, but you need to do like in my conditions, the way I'm built, I guess, this body and my age and everything, it seems like 3 days off or like active recovery and some rest and 2 days like beside each other might be the minimum what I really need. Although I wish to be there, but it's like you can be there, but just do like treadmill walk and some stretching. But yeah, especially when you train, because my upper body is just not the best. I have shoulder pain, and that's it. But when I start just being friendly with the dumbbells, I feel the elbows. So I don't try to. I don't. I don't. I try to not provoke it. You know. So I do just lower body, which is like strength training, like leg press and lunges and I don't know, squats. I wish to do deadlift, but as I said, when I start lifting something with hands, I cannot. Um, then I have their hip thrust, so I try to build my butt, calves, raises. And then the second day is usually high intensity training, which is I do on elliptical. And the last 2, 3, when I do like 20, 25 minutes on elliptical, like high intensity, I have planned like how to do it. And then I have like 2, 3 sprints, and that's it. And this is the 2 days, yeah. And then it's third day rest or active recovery if you want. Active recovery I do like just walking on a treadmill, having my heart rate like chest strap, like a heart rate sensor, and being at certain level of my, like keeping my heart rate at certain level and walking 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's all. And then stretch, and then or day off. So, and this will have like 2, 1, 2, and I was constantly doing 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, but not long, yeah, because then I've noticed that I try to even swap here. I try to have strength training and hit, and I was like, I cannot do the hit. My legs just hurt. The second day, of course, obviously, yeah. The second day after I just destroy myself on the strength training, and I cannot do the hit. So then I was like, I took like day off, 2 days, and then I start the other way around. I start like not with legs, but I start like hit and legs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work. Yeah? The problem was with the day off. Yeah? The days off, like 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Just no 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, maybe at least. Yeah, and maybe the second 2 in a week. Let's say every second. I need to be really like conscious about like if I should not have like one set less by the strength training or whatever. I need to feel sometimes there is not really much pain. I eat a lot of meat, you know, and I heard like I just don't have. I really really train good many days. Many days is like I feel like I don't want to pain so much, but other days like I really give myself some pain, and then the next day I don't have like a sore body super. A little bit I feel it, but weakness, like weak. I'm like weak. And basically when I really give myself a hard time, the lower body, a hard time, and then the second day I should go and do elliptical or sprinting, I already when I like warming up, it's just, I feel like I'm so weak. My legs are heavy, very heavy. Yeah. And it happened like last week a few times. It already happened 1, 2 times. I was like, okay, I don't do hit. I just did active recovery, like a little bit, and I went home, like stretch, and I went home because I could not. I was so exhausted. Like the body was just saying no, and I was like yes, and that's wrong. That is why I have that is why I have these injuries, because I'm still like that. Although I said I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna be careful about myself, and still I'm pushing myself so much, and there is no reason to do that. Yeah? But still I'm doing it. I have some problem in my brain, I guess. I just love it. I also love it. It's like sometimes it's just that you go to gym and you have this feeling, and you start doing it, you have music in your ears, and it's just, then suddenly you are like, yeah, and then it is like 20 minutes and it's over and you can go, and I'm like, wow, I want it, and I want more. So then I'm like 5 minutes, 10 minutes more because I love it. Yeah. Plus, I want to say that about the days off, like 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, I also don't want to do it, because if my day off will end up on my day off, like from work day off, I don't like it, because then the next day I'm until 3 or 5 o'clock in work, and I cannot go gym, or I go and I come very late. That's nonsense. So I'm not going to be that strict there. So it might be that I have 2, 1, 2, 1 maybe, and then I do gym, and then I do day off or whatever, or 2 days off, doesn't matter. But I just will always try to manage it with my work plus the way I feel. If I feel destroyed, of course I take the day off, yeah. But otherwise, when I have day off from work, I'm not gonna be whole day at home and doing nothing. So this I want to plan, and also I want to plan it like, body is just responding certain way. Body is not like mechanically. It's just not that I will say, hey, we have a 2 days work, 1 day, 2 days, and that's just gonna be. That is gonna be like that. So you gotta rest that time. It's not like that. Body is just responsive like certain way. Yeah? It's like sometimes I'm good and sometimes it's just not. It's like sleeping, food. It's what I do also after gym, before gym, the way how much I drink whole day, the day before, and so much other stuff. Yeah, mental stuff. So I try to learn to be flexible and not. I was always guy who had the plans, and I always try to like holding up to these plans, yeah. And I try to leave this in my whole life. By the way, like in everything, in food, yeah. I don't trying to be I don't trying to like be very strict, but on the other hand, discipline I want to have. But feeling body is also good. You know what I mean? Like I just tell you a short story about like carbs. Yeah, I was on keto diet last year and carnivore, and I had to strict myself. And of course, when I had ate a lot of fat, I was satisfied. I was full, and I didn't have a craving. I just had a thoughts who would say, "Hey, what about chocolate? You know that it existing?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know." And I kept myself for some time very easily. But then it became, I want. It's like I was excited for holiday. We went to holiday to Croatia, and I already had planned that 2 months before. I just gonna eat everything there, and I'm so excited. Have ice cream and all that stuff. And then I got crazy. So what I try to say here that when I feel like when I want to have something, I just take it. I don't have it luckily, like, or I don't know if it's luckily. Maybe it's not luckily. It's just I don't have it much. But if I want a carbs, like little more or something, I just take it. For example, yesterday I wanted to eat something like, oh no, yesterday, not 2 days ago or 3 days ago, like something very sweet. And we have from Easter like so much chocolates that my daughter has there like in a pantry room, and I gave myself question. I was like, well, I'm not really excited for the chocolate. I would just ate it, yeah. But then I'm like, well, what if I take the frozen raspberries, and I will not give myself just a handful or 2 handful. I will give myself 5 handful with a lot of cream, maybe sour cream, and I have a liquid stevia flavor sweetener, and I enjoy this, and I did it, and it was amazing. And I ate more sugar, of course, obviously, than just two handful of raspberries, but still it was better than eating like 200 grams of chocolate. And that's what I do. Or I have apple here. Yeah. Yep. But if I would really want it, lately I'm thinking about pizza, for example, which I did not before. But lately I do, and I feel like I want to do this compromise. I want to do this like dialogue with my body and my mind. Like, okay, well, yeah, why not? I already also have the weight what I wanted to have, and I don't really want to go down another 5 kilo like I did last year. I don't have this plan because I don't like the way I look, like very skinny. I just don't want this. I'm already skinny, yeah, but midsection is not that skinny. But if I would get midsection like skinny, my face, my hands, everything just shrinks much more, and that's crazy actually. That's insane. The way my body is built. Like I don't know if everybody has it like that, but if I want to get rid of this more, I lose everywhere so much. Then I would have to gain muscle. Yeah, so that's why it's better to actually gaining muscle and then try to lose fat. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day. See ya, guys. That's it for today. And now you let me know down below in the comment section. How are you? Nobody ever tell me how are you? How are they? I always asking. Nobody is responsive there. See ya.